Okay, happy Tuesday. So today we're talking all about content batching. I know we've talked about this a million times, but like for instance, Jacqueline, I don't think she was here. I know Heather wasn't, but like I don't think Jacqueline was even here when we like hardcore went into content batching. Y'all can hear me over her, right? She's like in another room and she's loud. Okay, I just want to make sure she was only distracting me. But we used to be really, really hardcore into content batching. And I know a lot of us still do it, but, and Jacqueline, like I know you were with us out of town and stuff, and we were taking pictures. That's the gist of it. But what we do when we content batch is basically like you take a day, or it doesn't even have to be like a whole day or anything. It can be an hour or so, a couple days a week even. But just taking the time to take a bunch of pictures, take selfies, take full body pictures, change a shirt, change your hair, you know, just different things. I know a lot of times, like we'll set up, me and Kiana used to do it all the time. Like we'd do her house one day, do kitchen pictures, like pictures on her deck, her front porch, in her living room. And then we would do my house. And just taking the day to like set up the ring light or taking each other's pictures or whatever, and just having that content built up. Like I'm telling y'all, most of my content lately, Candy's probably the only one that calls me out at the time, but a lot of my content is stuff that I've had for years, and I either just repurpose it, change my filter, because as long as you're not changing your hair, because I know Kiana's had this issue too, like she doesn't post a ton of her old pictures because her hair's been all black, or you know, she had like the burgundy on the end and now it's blonde. I've pretty much been blonde for a long time, so I don't really have that issue, but just reusing old pictures over and over again, Candy. But that's another thing with me too, and I'll tell you this is one quick tip. But when I take pictures, I don't like them that day. I never like any of them, but I don't delete them, because I'll be scrolling my phone one day and I'm like, let me go see if I got a picture of us, and it can be from like 6 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh well, why didn't I like that picture? That's straight, I guess. So let me just tell y'all that. Make sure that you all do that. So don't delete your pictures, just because you never know. Like you'll be in a different mood in 6 weeks and be like, all right, those are straight. So, and it's not just content. I mean, it's not just batching like a bunch of pictures and videos. I know like Candy sat and did her reels and TikToks today, right? So it's just taking the time. Like I said, maybe an hour. It always takes me at least an hour to do like reels and content and stuff like that. So I just take a day or a time or whatever, and I just really go hard on like doing several reels back to back and having them ready to go. So that's like the gist of it, but going deeper into just taking the pictures and doing the reels, you have to come up with the captions too, right? So I do mine several different ways. Let me pull it up. So like I had typed this up, I guess a long time ago. I like to repurpose my stuff. So every time that a post, like a lot of my posts can even be like rewritten. Me and Candy do this all the time because we used to do the same post, but like our same captions, we'll reuse them a year later when they pop up on our timeline or whatever, you like, you know, like on your memories on Facebook. When they pop up, I'm like, oh, okay, I could use that again today. And I had one the other day that I seen, and I sent it to Kitty. I was like, still rings true today. So, but it's just having that content built up. You can save it and repurpose it. So like this one, I'm planning on posting like with our, like when I post a story of us being on Zoom, I'm gonna post this on my story and talk about like how we do Zooms and how we have all these resources and stuff like that. So just saving those things in your notes. Another thing that I do, hold on. You can save stuff in your Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you can go and you can like click the little 3 dots at the top of a post or whatever, your own, other people's, whatever, and you can save them. So I have a lot of collections on mine. Like I have one that says, like, this is the collections on Facebook. One is like content, posts. I have a food one because y'all know there's all kinds of food stuff on Facebook. I have a PTO one. I also save my op videos. So like if me and Christina went live on Facebook together and talked about the business, I'll save it on my op videos. So when people ask about the business, I'm like, click, like, oh, okay, here I can send on this video. It's right there. I have training one, products. So like if you were scrolling and you seen my post or whatever, and you were like, oh, okay, I like that post, save it to a folder on your Facebook. You can go back later and then you're like, okay, I'm stumped. I don't know what to post. I don't know what to talk about. I want to talk about the products. And I'm like, wait, I seen Kristen's post a few weeks ago and she was talking about the patches. Let me go and see what that post is about. Take it and make it yours. So that's the way that I repurpose content. You can save other people's ideas. Don't take things word for word. Not everybody's stories are the same. Let me preface that. But yeah, you can inbox. See, that's how me and Melissa do a lot of stuff for like her credit business and stuff. I send her like her old posts or ideas or whatever. I send them in Messenger. Save it to notes. I do that. So I will say, out of sight, out of mind for me. I save it to my notes, but like once I get so far into my notes, it's gone. Like I don't even know where the post went. So notes don't always work for me, but that may work for you. You can do like a whole folder for that. I do have, let's see, in my photos, I have like a separate folder that's like, and even Kiana and I haven't been using it lately. I have a Telegram chat with Kiana. It's just me and Kiana in there. Oh, some stuff didn't upload apparently. Any stories, oh, they're just not showing right now. I don't know what it was, but any stories that I like, I sit and, oh, that's mine and Kiana's pictures too. So like a content day, see how we did a content day and took a bunch of pictures? But me and Kiana send stuff in here all the time. I send like story ideas. It's just a whole Telegram chat of different story ideas and everything. So that's another way that we have. I have a folder called Post to Repurpose. So any way that makes things easier for you. And let me tell you, if you haven't, I don't know if Androids are like this, but if you have an iPhone, you can go to your pictures. If you have the new update, make sure your phone's updated, and you can copy and paste words in your pictures, like game changer. So like this picture, if I like this story idea, it just says something like, are you ambitious? Are you interested in working from Wi-Fi? If I wanted to do something like that, I can literally go right there, copy and paste all them words. I don't even got to type it up myself no more. Copy and paste it, go to my Unfold or wherever I'm making my stories, paste it on there, and then switch it up. So that is a huge game changer. So make sure you're learning things like that. But I'm all for working smarter, not harder. Like I just don't have time to do the most. So we're just not going to do the most. So I want you to think about that. If you make a really good post, and this is probably something that Jacqueline or someone like we haven't shared in a while, if you make a good post, turn it into a story. So like I have a post I posted today about like the products and being like a tired mom or whatever, and then what's changed since then. I can take all those words, copy it, and paste it into a story. So like an Unfold. So where it says I was a struggling mom, next slide. But I started this, next slide. Like, you know how you keep them going? It's that simple. Use your own post. And that's one thing, like, I mean, y'all know I'm the off the wall leader anyways. Like I'm not with what everybody else does, but I don't care if you copy and paste my posts. I don't want you to do it word for word, but I will tell you, either save it for later. Don't do it immediately, obviously. Like if you like Candy's post today, don't go post it today. But if you like our posts, you can take them and turn them into stories. So make it like a story slide. That's way better than taking someone's post. Make it something else. And then you can reuse those over and over again. Let's see. By now, most of you all have seen like your 5s and your branding. I don't want to go too much into all that because I just wanted to talk like batching. But making sure that you know those things. So like if you're scrolling and you see an ad about, I don't know, tired moms and they need to take these knockoff gummies or whatever, but you like their post, take their post and switch it up and talk about your products, right? We don't have to make this hard. Any inspiration is inspiration. It's not just copying everybody. If you can switch it up and make it you, like me and Candy may not say the same things or talk the same way. Make sure you're posting like you. If you don't say bruh, then don't put bruh in your post. Like if you don't say sis, don't say sis in your post. Make it you. Make sure, like if you don't cuss, don't put shit on your page. Like make it you. But I mean, I preach this too. Like, okay, you don't have to be like everyone else. And I say this like, and this is just my heart from this. I love Jesus, right? I'm a Christian, but I'm not a in your face 24/7, like never cuss, because I'm not that. That's just not who I am. And I'm not saying if you're a Christian or whatever, you don't cuss. That's fine. Yeah, babe isn't my thing. I'm a babe person. I've always been like that. I don't say it like out loud too often, but like I've always been a hey babe, hey boo type of messenger. Like, I don't know. But like, make sure you're talking how you talk. Okay. You don't have to be all like, I don't talk proper. So my posts don't have to be super proper. Like, if I could stutter in my posts, I probably would, because y'all know I stutter. Like, that let's just be real. But you have to be you. And this is just prime example. Me and DJ were out one time at Target, and we were like cutting up in the self-checkout line and all kinds of stuff. And this lady walks up and was like, I just wanted to say I love y'all. Like, I see y'all on Facebook cutting up, but just to know that y'all are really like that in person. So that made me feel good. Like, show up as who you are. And I know this is a little off of the content batching type of subject, but it's not. Because when you're sitting down and you're content batching, like, you have to think about your life. You can't batch content off of Candy's life. You have to batch content on what you're going through. I can't batch content and say that, I'm in a 9 to 5 all day, every day, or like, if that's not my life. I should probably put more sports stuff out there, but y'all know, like, if I didn't post, like, if you don't break up your posts into more of a not so spammy, like, let me share my kids and my life type of thing, you're honestly wasting your time. Nobody wants to be sold to 24/7. And if you're only showing like, my products are bomb, this is the, how do they know? Like, they don't even know if you do anything. You might sit at home on the couch all day. If you're not sharing your life, they don't know. So I want you to think about those things. So like I said, that was a little off topic, but your content pillars, that's kind of why I got off on that tangent, but like, who you are you a mom, are you a wife, or whatever. I do like to batch my captions. Makes it easier on me. Like I said, saving things and then going back. I can be both. I can sit down and plan my captions for the week, or I can sit down and save stuff and post like, and fly out by the seat of my pants. Like, I can do both. But you have to plan to even do that, right? You have to have something saved to even be able to fly by the seat of your pants, I feel like. Or you just don't get things done. So I want you all to think about that too. So writing your captions, however you do that. Try to make sure I didn't miss nothing. If y'all have questions, right there. Mine is, hey girly. See, that's just not something that I would say. So you have to talk the way that you talk. I voice message a lot of my people, right? So if I'm voice messaging them and I was like, I'm trying to think of a proper way to say something, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm talking all proper through text and the script or whatever, and then I'm jumping in their inbox and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm yelling at my kids in the background because I do that anyways. And I'm like, just saying like a million times. I mean, that's just who I am. So you have to think about that voice messaging as game changer. So I know we've talked about this before, but like, really think about your core 4. You may be doing all your actions. You may be adding all the people. You may be talking to people, but if you're not continually putting out there who you are and showing up in your content, like, your content, your page is your storefront. So you can go add all the people that you want. Just like if I owned a flower shop on the corner, I can sit out there and bring all these people in and like stopping people on the sidewalk, like, hey, you want to come in my store? But if they look at my store and can't even tell that I sell flowers, they're like, why am I gonna, what? Like, what are you trying to bring me into? Like, so think about that. Like, that is your storefront. I post my voice message and but get your shit together. Exactly. So think about your storefront. I was talking to Melissa today. I know y'all probably don't know who that is. My friend Melissa. But like, I went to her page. She doesn't do what we do. So, but like, her page looks really good. And it says, it's just straight into the point. And it's like, I fix and build credit, file taxes, and build businesses while showing my kids they can do anything. Her and her kid are in the profile picture. She's talking about success at the top. Like that, to me, she branded herself well. Like when you go down her page, you can see she hosts events. She shows her kids. Like you have to be able to go to your page and think, well, what if Candy stumbled upon my page today? What if Kiana stumbled on my page? Like Kiana's reels have went viral lately, right? That one she did about the crop top or whatever. That's who she is. So now all these people are popping up, and some people are being, I don't know, doing the most. But some people are like, girl, there's nothing wrong with what you got on. Her people are coming out of the woodworks for that. Some of not her people are too, and she can just block them or whatever. But she put herself out there in that reel that she did, and it brought her people to her, right? She talked about her kids. She talked about, like, why do other moms talk about this being disrespectful or whatever because of the way I dress? She's a millennial mom, first of all. Kiana going off on folks and reels, but that's how she is, right? You know, if you catch her in the street, she's about to act the same way. So that is one way of like branding herself very well, because she's, don't come for her, or I mean, just is what it is. So if you all need ideas, go to her page and just look at how she started the reels, how she backed it up, and she's following up. And like today, she even did one that, what'd she say? Something about, let me clear this up because I work from my phone. So I'm about to be on my phone all day. That was a little like, I work from my phone. Okay, well, what do you do? Now people are gonna be like, well, what do you mean we work from your phone? What do you do? So just those little bitty things that you can sprinkle in. She didn't say, so I work from my phone and I wear these patches and like I sell these vitamins and like, and then go on to her. You don't have to do the most. She simply says she works from her phone. Okay. So let me think. Anybody have any questions? I'm trying to think if I missed anything. It's been a while since I've done content batching. We used to do these weekly. So there are videos if you need more specific. Like I used to talk, you know, today's Tuesday, you need to talk about your auto bonus, or I mean your payday, but it's the second Tuesday in the month to talk about your auto bonus, or if you're going to earn an auto bonus if you haven't yet. You know, on the second we talk about credits. So we used to sit down and go through like the days of the week weekly and talk about the content batching that we would do for the week. So I'll probably bump those videos in our group, or if Shakira usually be on her shit and she'd be bumping stuff before we even get off Zoom. So, but I know they're in the team page, or even if they're not in mine, can somebody go get my videos? That'd be great. Thanks. But I know I've done several content batching videos and it breaks stuff down. Candy, I'm about to turn your camera off. But I love y'all. That's all I had to say. If y'all don't have any questions, you can ask questions in the chat. Content batching Zoom on Sundays an hour before. Yeah, and I don't know if Christina goes like, does she go into, before Christina Tammy's? Okay, so
it's on the same, I'm pretty sure my mind is fried, but it's on, I'm pretty sure it's also on Lenz's Zoom code. It's an hour before, so whatever time I have it wrote down, it's I think 10:30 for me, so it's at 9:30. I posted the girl's YouTube because she has like weeks and weeks and weeks of recordings, so that's what I've been going back through. So I'll find that one too.
Good, yeah. Share those in the chat or whatever. And I know Kaylee Crowley, I don't know how you say her name. She used to do them a lot too. And then I have videos. So there's plenty of videos that if you need actual subjects and need to sit down and plan it, there's some in there and we'll share those. I think that was the gist of all I had to say tonight. I kept y'all for 23 minutes. That's a long time. I did good, didn't I? Because I know I talk fast already anyways, but it's recorded. We're going to see how this does. I'm going to upload it right now and see if it uploads correctly. But I love y'all. Happy Tuesday. Let's go rock the rest of the week. The rest of the month, it's already the 10th. Couple check-ins. I guess we'll do that later, but couple check-ins. We're 10 days into the month. Are you hitting goals? Are you close to hitting your goals? Are you commission qualified? Do you have any PV? Like, let's make sure we're on top of those things. Let's not wait till the last day of the month and be stressing because we don't have our 2 customers or we're not commission qualified or whatever. So yeah, I love y'all. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for getting on. Bye.